The Bible says, I know my sheep, and my sheep knows me. Now the question I want to ask you this morning is, are you a sheep or a goat? Let's say a goat here. Goats are always very stubborn. But sheep, not all these sheep are mine. And that's why you notice some of them are moving away from me. The Bible says, I know my sheep, and my sheep knows me. This particular one is my sheep. He's very, very familiar with me. Other ones are his friends. I call all of them and they come around. But the ones that are not mine are not very familiar and friendly with me. They don't come close to me. They are somehow afraid. Are you Christ's sheep or are you a goat? If you are a sheep, who is your shepherd? These are the questions you should ask yourself. You will see that some of these sheep are very interested. They are interested in eating what this person is eating, but because of the fear. And what causes fear is sin. When you are always afraid, you're not close to where you can be blessed. You are not very friendly with coming to the presence of God. When it comes to the presence of God, you are always afraid. Watch your life. It means you are committing sin. Adam said something. He said, I heard your voice and I was afraid. I heard your voice. Abu. There's a particular sheep there. I'm going to bring the sheep now. He is very stubborn. Come close here. Abu. That particular sheep is very stubborn and will not always listen to whatever I tell it. The sheep doesn't listen to my instruction. So I force that sheep, I compel that sheep to abide by my own guiding, to abide by my instruction. And I pray that the Lord will not force you with sickness. I pray that the Lord will not force you to do His will. If there's any sheep that is not obedient to the master will force such a person to do his will. And that is why I forced that sheep. I'm going to bring the sheep now. Happy. Come and take a look at it. I'm coming, wait. Akumba. This particular sheep is a very stubborn sheep. It's my sheep, but very stubborn. Every instruction I give this sheep, it will not abide. If I tell my sheep, don't go and play in a particular environment, that is where this sheep will go. And that is why I tie the sheep. He's living an uncomfortable life. He's not very comfortable in his life, even though he has a child. So if you are a Christian that is living a disobedient life, you cannot obey the commandment of God. You will not be living a very comfortable life. God will be giving you what you want, but not at your own pleasure. So this sheep is my sheep, but you see, it's the only sheep that are tied, because he will always want to go to where I don't want him to go. Other sheep, you see, they come around with my sheep every morning, but they are not very familiar with me. So for the sake of those who goes to church with children of God to go and pray, to go and receive the blessing they are receiving, are you a true child of God? Is God your Father? Are you familiar with God? Can you knock the door of God anytime and God will say, my son is around? So this is the lesson I want to teach somebody. Except by grace. You see these other sheep? They eat in my house by grace, not by right. It is not their right to come and eat in my own house. But if I want to release the grace, I will just put the food in this container and all of them will eat. The Bible says, shall we continue in sin that grace may abide? One day the grace will not be there again. You will see now that they will all come out and eat. All of them will have to come and eat by grace. So how long will you continue to enjoy the grace of God? Eat by grace, receive healing by grace. You see that they can only eat by grace. They are not eating by right. So let's learn to eat, take blessings from God by right, and not only by grace. Grace may not be sufficient for you to see you through all the journey of this life. But when it is your right, God don't deny you of it. Till we meet some other time, have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.